Tau santoshayata santo Srilarupa sanatano Dakshinatyena bhattena Punaretadvivichyate Tasyadyam granthana तव युत्क्रान्तखण्डितम् पर्यालोच्याथ पर्यायम् कृत्वा लिखति जीवकः. So we were discussing Lord and his devotees. So both are not having any material desires. So while we are discussing Aikantiki Bhakti or otherwise Ananya Bhakti, Aikantiki Bhakti. So at that time we came to know devotees, they don't have any material desires and they worship only Krishna, not other demigods. So this is known as Ananya, otherwise Aikantiki Bhakti. This thing we have. So we were discussing, they are not only devotees, even Lord is also not having any expectation from the devotees. This is. So that means both Lord and his devotees, both of them are Kamana Shunyatvam. They were not having any material desires. Bayoho Kamana Shunyatvam Swayameva Aha. So then after that, we are seeing from the Prahlad Maharaj's words. So it's like a master and servant. No master is having the expectation on his servants. Swamyatvam. Swamyam means controllership. So he never expect any kind of respect from the servants. For the sake of his respect, he is not keeping them. Swamyam Icchan. That means, so they are being controlled. So that's why he is master is maintaining, just for the sake of some kind of opulence. What is that opulence? He wants to control. For that purpose, he will not be maintaining a real Swami, real master. Similarly, a real servant, he is not at all having any kind of material things, any asha sanaha. So not expecting any kind of benefit, he is serving his master. So like that we have seen. Then after that, so Prahlad Maharaj is saying, so he is glorifying the Lord. So, oh my dear Lord, you are completely full, have the desires completely fulfilled. So your desires are completely fulfilled. Nijalabha Purnaha. So that means you will not be expecting any kind of, you will not be desiring any kind of worship from your devotees. So what is the hetu? Why he is not desiring any kind of worship from him? Tatra hetum nijasya bhaktasya eva labhena purnaha parama santushtaha. Why he is not desiring any kind of worship from his devotees? So because he is not expecting anything. He is already nijalabha purnaha, and any worship he is not at all expecting, and he is becoming happy just if his devotees are happy. Nijasya bhaktasya labhena. If the devotees are pleased, then he is pleased. So and he doesn't want anything, so for his sake, for own sake. And also one more reason, Lord is Karunaha. So why he is, so another hetu, so for not desiring anything from his devotees. One is, there is two reasons. So for the Lord not desiring anything from his devotees. So one is what? One is this. That means he is becoming happy by just and the devotees are pleased. And the second reason is, Lord is so merciful and he doesn't want to see any kind of endeavor, so any kind of pain in his devotees for the sake of worshipping. So he cannot bear this asahishnu. So so then devotees, how they are described here, avidushaha are they are said. Why they are said avidushaha? Because pituhu agre balakavat tasya agre na kinchidapi janataha. Because devotees are avidushaha are said here. That means avidushaha means they are not intelligent, they are foolish. They are foolish people, like that it is said. Because in front of the Lord, devotees, wise, control yourself. So pituhu agre balakavat tasya agre na kinchidapi janataha. Devotees, they don't know anything. So Lord is Sarvagnaha. So and they themselves are so identifying, so not knowing of anything. Na kinchidapi janataha. Esha esha swasya janaika vargatvena dainyoktihi. This is Prahlad Maharaj's humility. And also Jana Eka Vargatvena. He is treating all the other devotees also as like him, and that's why he is saying. Okay, this also we discussed in the last class. So in these both cases, or otherwise you can see one more thing. Devotees are avidushaha. That means they are not intelligent, they are foolish. So why? Because they are always absorbed in the Lord's thought. Tadaveshena anyat kinchitabi na janataha ityartaha. That means they are fully absorbed in the thought of Krishna. They are they are absorbed in Krishna. And because of this, they are not knowing anything, nothing outside things, they don't know anything. So that's why they are foolish. So with respect to, so in that way you can say they are foolish. So in these both cases, out of humility also they can say themselves as foolish, or otherwise since being absorbed in the Lord, so that's why they are foolish. In ubhayatra pakshepi tacha tasya karunya hetu. In these both cases, definitely Lord will be showing his mercy towards the devotees. So yes, if someone thinks himself as foolish in front of the Lord, definitely Lord will be showing mercy to him. But if one says that I am superior and I am great, I know many things, I read the Shastras, I am this, I am that, then Lord will not so show any mercy to him. So because there is no humility, dainyata, if there is no dainyata, there is no mercy will be flowing from the Lord. So that's why dainyata is needed. Next, if someone is fully absorbed in the Krishna's and they are not caring about themselves also and not knowing about other things also, social customs, social rules, this and that, so still Lord is having the mercy towards them. Ubhayatra pakshepi tacha tasya karunya hetuhu iti bhavaha. So these in both cases, it is a cause for the Lord's mercy. Tarihi kim janaha tasya manam na kuruta eva ityashankya aha yaditi. So then what? So Lord is completely satisfied, and also he doesn't expect anything from his devotees, and yeah, and he is not at all desiring anything from his devotees. Then so nobody will worship. Then what is the point of worship? Tarhi kim janah tasya manam na kuruta. Then people will not worship him. So like this, one may get doubt. But then answer is given. So then someone is asking. So then nobody will worship him because he's in his Nizlabha Purna and he doesn't want anything from his devotees. Then nobody will worship him. So then, no. Sacha janaha yad yad yam yam manam bhagavate vidadhiti sampadayati sa sarvam api sarvaha api atmardham tat sammana matreneva swasammananabhimananat sukham manyamanaha tanmanam karoti ityeva arthaha. Of course, Lord doesn't want anything. He is completely satisfied. Want from his devotees, he doesn't want anything. Yes. But still, so devotees, they do worship of the Lord. Such a janaha yad yad yam yam manam bhag. So whatever worship they offer to the Lord, so that everything goes to whom? That is going to give benefit to devotees only. That means by respecting the Lord, what is happening? Swasammananabhimananat. Then he is respecting himself. He is by favoring the Lord, actually he is favoring himself. So sukham manyamanaha. So then when he serve the Lord, he is getting the bliss, he is getting the happiness. So that's why definitely he will be doing the worship. That means from the Lord's side, he doesn't want anything from the side of his devotees because he doesn't want to see any pain in his devotees. They are taking pain for his worship. So that kind of pain he doesn't want to see in his devotees. Yeah. So, but still devotees they worship. By this, what is going to happen? So then this is going to is nothing but by favoring by pleasing the Lord, actually he himself is pleased and he himself is getting the happiness. So that's why devotees tanmanam karoti. That's the devotees they will do only, they worship only. It's not that now this is leading to the no worship of the Lord. No. Tat sammanana matrena swasammananascha tadeka jivanasya tadjanasya yuktah eva iti drishtantamaha. So that what is the principle? Tat sammanana matrena swasammananascha. Tat sammanana matrena swa sammanana. Tat sammana matrena swa sammanam. Tadeka jivanasya tadjanasya. This is true. Tatsammana matrena means by worshipping the Lord means it's what? Or otherwise, worship word you can replace here, respecting. Respecting Lord is nothing but the respecting himself when it is possible. When it is true, in whose case it is appropriate. Tadeka jivanasya tajjanasya. It is true in whose case, for whom Krishna is, for whom Krishna is life. Life. For whom only Krishna is life. Like if you belong to some biradari, that means you belong to, or rather you belong to some village. So by giving, you are belong to that village, by giving respect to that village, you are respecting yourself because you are part of that village. By, like you are staying in India, and by giving respect to India, you are respecting yourself. If you give, so if you disrespect India, that is what, you are part of that and you are disrespecting yourself. That's why people who think Krishna is only the life, people who treat Krishna is only the life. So by respecting Krishna, actually they are respecting themselves. But if someone think Krishna is not mine and I am not, Krishna is not mine and I am separate from him, then in their case, respecting Krishna cannot be equal to the respecting himself. Because he is seeing disconnection from himself with Krishna. That means it is like this. You are belonging to another country and respecting the, and you are not, now, so some X country is there or X village is there. So you are belong to the Y village and you are seeing the completely difference from that village to you. And then respecting that village, it's not the respecting yourself. Yes. So you respect to others. Yes. So it is like this. That means even Lord doesn't want any worship from the others, but still devotees, they worship him. So by this, what is happening? They are getting the bliss actually. Because by pleasing the Lord, they are becoming pleased. Example is given. So this is explained with the example. What is that example? Yatha sadrishtantam drishtantamaha yatha mukhe ya sobha kriyate. This is face. Okay. No. So by decorating the face, you can see the decoration in the reflection. If you decorate here, you can see decoration here. Okay. It's not that you want to see decoration here, and if you put, that means some decoration here in this mirror, then it is not, it cannot be decorated just applying on here. Like it's Jiva and it's Ishvara. Yatha mukhe ya shobha kriyate. Whatever beauty is there in the face, that is reflected in the reflection. So tan matreva matrameva pratimukhasya shobhaye bhavati na anyat. No, not other thing. Just by decorating here mala, garland, everything, you cannot see that in the reflection. If you put mala here, then you can see mala here. So that's, if you want to become happy, you have to serve the Ishvara. This is next 169th anuccheda atayeva aha. Nalam dvijatvam daivatvam devatvam rishitvam vasu ratmajaha प्रीणनाया मुकुंदस्य न वृत्तं न बहुग्नता न दानं न तपो निज्जा न शौचं न व्रतानि च प्रीयते मलया भक्त्या हरिरन्यद्विडम्बनम्. 168. Okay. How we are going, Brahman, Sikha Bandhu? You are Chanakya, we know. You took some vow? No, no. Till I defeat my teacher, I will not. I will not try my Sikha. This is a vow you took. Yeah. Okay, 1 second. So how the flow is going on? Now you tell me. We are discussing Ananya Bhakti. Ananya Bhakti we are discussing. And in that Ananya Bhakti, we have seen the various names for Ananya Bhakti based upon the quality of that Ananya Bhakti or different characteristics of Ananya Bhakti. So we have seen various names. Then after that, so we understood that Ananya Bhakti is done by the devotee towards the Lord. So devotee is not having any material desires. Lord is also not having any expectation. So that for that we have seen example of this. This 167th anuccheda. That's Prahlad Maharaj's statement. 7, 9, 11. So Lord, he's not having any expectation from his devotees, but devotees they do. It's just like that. Yatha mukha srihi. What is that? So pratimukhasya yatha mukha srihi. That is the principle. By serving the Lord, devotee only is getting bliss. So this is over. So that means what? Lord is not expecting anything from devotees, and devotees also not having messages. Especially Lord is not expecting anything from these devotees. That means he is not expecting atayeva aha. That's why now you are seeing in the 7, 7, 51 to 52. What? Yes, Lord is not expecting anything. That means he is not expecting any qualification also from his devotee. My devotee should be Brahmana, my devotee should be so rich person, my devotee should be knower of all the Vedas, my devotee should be so this like that. He is expecting anything? No, he is not at all expecting anything. Only he is expecting. So only what? Only Amalaya, Priyate Amalaya Bhakti. He is only seeing the devotion of this devotee. That's all. Pure devotion of this devotee. Nothing he is seeing other things. No other material qualifications he is seeing. Yes, he is not having any material expectation. He is only seeing the devotion. Nalam dijatvam devatvam rishitvam vasuratmajaha. What is the translation?
My dear friends, O son of the demons, you cannot please the Supreme Personality of Godhead by becoming perfect Brahmanas, demigods, or great saints, or by becoming perfectly good in etiquette or vast learning. None of these qualifications can awaken the pleasure of the Lord. Nor by charity, austerity, sacrifice, cleanliness, or vows can one satisfy the Lord. The Lord is pleased only if one has unflinching, unalloyed devotion to Him. Without sincere devotional service, everything is simply a show.
Yes. Lord is not na dhanam, na tapaha, na yajna. That means not charity, not austerity, not the worship, not the cleanliness, and not any austerity, any vratas. Only he is expecting unalloyed service. Amalaya bhaktya priyate. He is pleased by the unalloyed service. He is pleased by the unalloyed service. Yes. So hare anyat vidambanam. There is no devotion other than devotion, whatever you do for the Lord. So anyat, that means other than the devotion, whatever is performed, that is just show, vidambanam, drama, natak, simply natak. They don't have any devotion, but simply they are doing this. That's they may give 10,000, 10 lakh rupees for the decoration, just to, without devotion, just their name should come on the board, on the donation board. This is what? Vidambanam. It is drama. Okay. Anything. Amalaya nishkamaya. Vidambanam means natana matram. Amalaya, that means nishkamaya. Amalaya, that means nishkamaya. So Lord is desiring, that means he is pleased. Lord is pleased by the unalloyed, that means pure devotional service, without any material desires. The worship done without any worship done. Actually, here what is his, how Lord is pleased? How Lord is pleased? What is the meaning of pure bhakti? Lord is pleased by pure bhakti. What is the meaning of pure? Huh? What is the meaning of pure bhakti? Anyabhilashita sunyam. That means without any material desires. That means, so you are worshipping without any material desires. Then Lord is pleased. But you are doing worship, but with material desires. Then that is what? That is vidambanam. That is simply, what is this? Natana matram. You are doing the lot of worship just for the name, fame, money, or something. Then it is drama. It is natana matram. And Lord is pleased by only pure devotional service. So that means aikantiki bhakti. Pure devotional service is also known as aikantiki bhakti. When it is known as aikantiki bhakti? When there are no desires, material desires. Then it is known as aikantiki bhakti. Okay, next. Wow. Yeah.
Oh, I have a question about unalloyed devotion. Because sometimes, in my case, I am practicing unalloyed devotee very consciously. I am chanting, I am reading Bhagavatam and worshipping without any desire, without any false and
Material desire.
material desire.
But you have desire of pleasing the Lord. Yes, sir.
Yes, try to. But even sometimes, after sometimes, I am feeling some material happiness also, and sometimes growing some proud, some respective. I feeling just oh, why he cannot respect me? Why he don't respect me? So what is this?
So yeah, sometimes, yeah, while practicing devotion, we might be seeing some kind of respect. So is coming in our heart. So this is because of our anarthas. Because of our anarthas, previous anarthas. This is so parityage anishwaraha. He knows that these things should not come, but also not able to live. But then what he has to do? He has to do Druda Bhakti. Druda Bhakti should do, that's all. Those will not go just by not thinking that I should not get this. Just by thinking, it will not go. Just by the mental speculation, it will not go by the it will go by the Druda Bhakti. Yeah, Mahasaya bro, please. ऊपर है ऊपर ऊपर please bro. Yes.
Hare Krishna.
Yes bro.
Hare Krishna, Prajit, one question.
Yes bro.
Prajit, what I understood is, like you said, that Lord is saying that he don't want his devotee to worship him.
Yes.
Yeah, but in Bhagavad Gita, he says, Man mana bhav mad bhakto.
Yes.
So how to understand? And like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also,
Yes.
like he says in before Mahaprakash Leela to do his abhishekam and worship him. Like,
yes. Manmana bhava madbhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru. Oh, easy. Good question. You become my devotee, you worship me. You become my person. Manmana bhava. You always think about me. So why he is doing this then? He is not expecting anything. So that means Prahlad Maharaj is saying that Nijalabha Purna. So Lord is not expecting any material thing actually. Material thing means material things he is not expecting, but Lord is hankering the love, devotion. He is hankering the love of his devotees. Yes, because whatever love he is hankering from his devotees, that is his potency only, his internal potency only. It's not his property, his property only. That is his Swarupa Shakti. But just he only came. That means through the it is given by to you by the Madhyamadhikari. Some preacher. So some Vaishnava gave to you that. And that is not as his also, his property also. It is Lord's property. So Lord is desiring that only. He is not desiring anything from you, your own thing. So, but when you do that devotion, then automatically he is becoming himself servant to you, subordinate to you. That is. And also you are also getting the bliss. That he is expecting. Manmana bhava madbhakto madhyaji mam namaskuru means, so you do my devotion, he is asking, that's all. At which is nothing but Lord is expecting. You are just there, Jivatma being a Tatastha Shakti. So whatever devotion is done, that Kriya Shakti is belonging to Lord only. That Jnana Shakti belonging to the Lord only. And also everything, that means, so you are also belong to Lord only. That bhakti, whatever you are doing, ultimately Kriya Shakti, bhakti in the form of Jnana Karma Rupa. Bhakti is in form of what? Is in the form of Jnana Shakti and Kriya Shakti. So when it is offered to the Lord, doing bhakti means what? You are doing activity. You are doing activity for your family. That means you are engaging your Kriya Shakti to your family. You are working hard. That means you are working hard means you are engaging Kriya Shakti for getting something, so that you can serve your family. Then that Kriya Shakti, whatever you are utilizing, that is belonging to whom? That is belonging to Paramatma. And now you are engaging that in the service of your family. So that's why it is becoming the material energy. Of course, Kriya Shakti is Lord's internal potency, but it is becoming material energy. Same, that means the Kriya Shakti which is belong to the Lord. So you are not giving anything actually. If it is belong to the Lord, and if you are just diverting that side to Him, you are giving to Him only, then that is devotion. That Kriya Shakti is known as devotion. So that's why here, so Lord is not expecting anything from, so any material thing from you. Okay. Mahaseva, please.
So, Prabhuji, based on your explanation, but I am getting this understanding. I don't know.
Yes,
I just
Prabhu.
want confirmation.
Please.
Like the way we worship demigods, that kind of worship he doesn't expect. Like which is basically because of some fruitive results, calm. So that way of worship he doesn't want, but his bhakti he wants, which is again, as you said, is his Sarup Sakti only. It is nothing from us.
Yeah. So that means if you do worship of the Lord, but out of material desires, if you do, then he doesn't like that worship.
Yeah.
That
So
means
here worship means like we do
without any material desires, then he takes that.
Yes.
So that is a
Yes.
point. Yeah.
Thank you.
So if anyone worship Lord out of material desires, then that is known as vidambanam, natana matram. अतः सकाम भक्तस्य अपि भक्तेः नटन मात्रत्वं स्वार्थ साधन मात्र तात्पर्येण भक्त्यनुकरण मात्रत्वात्. So therefore sakama bhaktasya api bhaktehe natana matratvam. So sakama bhakta's devotion is simply drama. Why it is simply drama? Because he is trying to achieve his selfish motives. That means he wants to get his own benefits from the Lord. And for that he is doing, then that bhakti is not really bhakti. It is just imitation of the bhakti. Natana matra. He is offering flowers. He is chanting. He is taking the holy names. But why he is doing that? For his benefit. To get this some material gain. Then that is not bhakti actually. It is simply drama. Ramcharan.
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Yeah.
This is just for my own thing is like, sometime like because as a new person in Krishna consciousness, when we encourage people to come in Krishna consciousness, we preach. Basically, we generally say that you give this and you will get your name here and there. Like if you donate this much money, then you will get this gift and all. So like, are we doing an offense to bhakti, like when we are encouraging people to do it? And the like, because people who are not doing bhakti, in order to encourage them, we give them some kind of like, this thing like, oh, if you do this thing, Krishna will give you this or something like that. So as a preacher, should we really give this concept in public, or should we not give this? Like pure bhakti means like, if you're not doing, then you are doing all natak. Like if we say that, they will become really very, very like, displeased. Like, how is that natak? So how do we do like in a practical way?
Yes, bro. Yeah, good question. So in the practical life, so do you need to encourage people to do bhakti? So even for getting their material benefits, so that they'll be encouraged to do bhakti. Yes, this can be done or not. This is the question, Prabhu.
Yeah, like when we give example of Dhruv Maharaj, like, oh, okay, he wanted kingdom greater than his great grandfather, so came to Krishna. So we give this example, so you also come, you will also get it. So should we do it or not in public? Because general public, there are different kind of people are there. Some might be want to progress in bhakti, but some might be getting material desire satisfied. So
Yeah. Yes. Actually, if we should follow our previous acharyas, like Srila Prabhupada. So we don't see in his teachings anywhere. So he is promoting, asking bhakti for getting a material desires. Actually, we don't see that. We don't see uh, expecting, that means just encouraging the new people. So for doing bhakti for the material reasons, that that is that can be offense or not. You are also asking one more point.
yes, Prabhu.
Yeah. So even if you see in the Shastra, many places, we are seeing that Shastra also saying whatever you want that bhakti can give. Ultimately, in every conversation of Srimad Bhagavatam, so all the Sutta Goswami and Saunaka Rishi's conversation, or the Sukadeva Goswami Parikshit, each conversation, everything is leading to the ultimate concluding in the Shuddha Bhakti only. Even in the case of the Sanat Kumara, so he is giving teachings to the Prutu Maharaj. So there he might be explaining initially the Gnana and Gnana Mishra Bhakti. Then finally he is also saying Shuddha Bhakti only is the ultimate. Even Narada also, so some places he is saying this Karma Mishra Bhakti to Vasudeva's teachings, but finally he concludes into the Shuddha Bhakti. So in that discussions, actually, we are seeing conclusions, Shuddha Bhakti as conclusions. So that's why Shuddha Bhakti only should be preached. Shuddha Bhakti is only should be preached, actually. Bhakti. So that's why Prabhupada starts his teachings. Every Jivatma is having the tendency of service, doing service. And Jivatma is not happy because that service tendency is now diverted towards the serving his family, nation, and so on. So not other than Krishna, but Jivatma is being the part and parcel and the servant of the Lord. So it is deviating from his position. So that's why it is not happy. So that's why everyone, to become happy, one should worship the Lord. Like that he teaches everywhere. This is the standards of Srila Prabhupada. But if you go to the other religions, in some religions, so your buffalo is not giving the milk. So if you want to get the increased 2 liters of milk, today you worship our Lord, then what will happen? So you see, my buffalo also was not giving in the last week. So is less milk he was giving. Now I worship Lord, then I got increased to milk, 2 kgs of liters of milk. So you also should do this. and they will be giving the evidence actually. And my son was not having the job. Now after worshipping, my son also got the job. So you should do. So this is what this is not. This is not good actually. So you are engaging Bhakti Maharani for the service of material benefits. So you are promoting like that. So that's why, yeah, our acharyas, nowhere you'll be seeing like this. Everyone is directly preaching the pure devotional service. Yes, Rukmini Mohan Prabhu, please.
Like when we see that the person is not ready to accept Krishna consciousness directly, and we provide things in stages. So the wherever he is right now, so we provide the next step, and gradually we bring him to chanting of the holy name, and then giving him the real motive behind chanting to aspire for the spiritual things rather than the material things.
Yes.
So sometimes devotees, the person leaves in between also. So we got him to the basic step, and we didn't teach pure devotion service directly. So will it also be come under offense? Like,
Yeah. So that's why we should first give the idea of same thing. The how the Shastra is promoting bhakti, same way we should make them to hear the conclusions. So see, my dear friend, so bhakti, and this is the your position, and you should do the bhakti. But if anyone is not in that position, even if they desire material things, then this bhakti is going to 1-2 times it will give the result of your results for your desires, but ultimately it will also destroy. So ultimately you should do this only. Whatever you want, you should approach the Lord. Akama sarva kamava moksha kama udaradihi. So with the full idea only we say that. Not just saying one part, that means bhakti, you utilize bhakti for getting your material benefit, then that is not good. Then you explain the swarupa of the bhakti and importance of the bhakti. Then after that, if someone is not able to do this, so if they do the bhakti for the material reasons also, gradually they will be promoted. They will be definitely come to the stage of pure devotion. So Bhakti Maharani will bring up their, so raise their level. So like that, so we should give the full understanding. So you should not de-emphasize bhakti. That is the only main point. You should not so reduce the glory of the bhakti. So without doing that, so you should not commit the offense towards the Bhakti Maharani. With that way, so that means that person should not misunderstand. So
one more thing.
In the Karma Kanda also they are doing bhakti. They are utilizing bhakti for the sake of, so for getting the success for that karma. They are doing in the Karma Kanda process, there is element of bhakti is there. What is the purpose of that element of the bhakti? To give the result of that karma. So, but they are not given the full idea. Karmis, they are thinking that only this bhakti is assistant of the karma. They are that much only they are knowing. Then what is happening? There is a offense is happening. They are thinking that karma bhakti is also one of the ritualistic activity. Then that is offense. That kind of offense we should not commit. That kind of offense should not happen in the preaching. That measure has to be taken care.
So, Fuji, if in the let's go a little bit basic. So, if I don't even introduce bhakti because the person is not qualified for that, he is not ready to accept it. Even like sometimes we go to colleges, then the person is not even interested in spiritual life. So then we introduce that this is something which will help you, and then the person some or other start practicing, then gradually he get interested in that, then we reveal the other things. So how is it also offensive? Like I don't introduce in the beginning, and then I make him practice that, then he gets the higher test, then I introduce.
Yeah. So this is actually one of the very say yeah, very fine topic this is. So indirect preaching nowadays is becoming prominent in the society, which not we are seeing in the case of Srila Prabhupada. And nowadays people slowly so bringing this indirect preaching. So so this is quite actually is a danger to dilute the mission actually. It will become a dangerous thing in future. So because slowly, then if you open the door that side, then you will be may seeing the increased number in your society, but with the diluted consciousness and with the having offenses. So then how how to see that? That means, and after that, few days later, they will be saying one more thing actually. Then so yes, now why don't what is there wrong? So we'll say that bhakti can do anything. So I will preach that also, and like that. This movement goes slowly, a diluted movement. That's obviously will happen. So, but the if someone does bhakti for the uh, without knowing its swarupa and just understanding that it is only the provider of this material gains, then that is that is not known as bhakti. That is not at all a bhakti actually. We are not introducing any bhakti. That is vidambanam. That is natana matram. That is like karmis, they do bhakti. That means they chant Vishnu's name in the process. Can we say that that person as a karmi as a bhakta? No, it's not a bhakta actually. So that's why we should be careful actually here. If that is going to lead, that if that is leading, that kind of approach is going to lead to so how to that offense, then we should not do that. Yeah. It's not, yes, Prabhu, it's not good actually. I personally I say that. So then by projecting Bhakti Maharani as simply a servant or as a giver of the material results, so then what kind of preaching will happen by that? Yeah. Ram?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. So yeah, probably I think like then I don't know whether it's appropriate for us to basically use this akama sarva kamava moksha kamodhar, the verse in our preaching, because when we use that, like if basically we say like even if you have material desire, you can worship Lord.
Yes.
So and also like most of the time, like when we give example of Dhruv Maharaj, like his mother Suniti like encouraged him to worship the Supreme Personality of Godhead if you want to gain the material kingdom. So I'm confused their understanding, like should like how do we see these, like if we really say like Srimad Bhagavatam, like if we preach, then how we basically present that these things, Prabhu.
Yes, Prabhu. Yeah. So Sukadeva Goswami's point, akama sarva kama moksha kama udar, say, if you see that sloka, when we teach that sloka, we have to teach akama also. So the akama word also is there. Akama word means doing the devotion without any material desires. So akama word also is there, na. So that also we should say. That means actually Bhakti Maharani is bhakti is done. That is the natural. That means uh, our position, constitutional position, doing bhakti. So we should not use Bhakti Maharani for the any material reasons. And someone so may do bhakti for even if they do for the bhakti for material gain, they will also so getting the results like the complete thing. When you say, then it is not offense actually. When you say the complete meaning of that sloka, so it is not offensive actually. If you say that only bhakti is just a servant of the your she is going to serve your material desires, this much if you say, then it is problem. And if you don't say that fully, explaining the swarupa of the bhakti. Bhakti is there for the serving the Lord only, not without expecting any desires. So that is needed. So like that, if you say, then that is not offense actually. Along with that statement, if you mention this also, then it will not be a problem. Even in the case of Dhruva Maharaj, so if you narrate the story only half, that means if you take the only one element, that means Dhruva Maharaj was insulted by his father, his stepmother, and so then his mother told to him to take shelter of the Narayana, and he will only Vishnu will help you. This much only if you say, then that is half story, and that is not good. The total story you should say. So he did the worship, then after that, so he lost his material desires, because bhakti is ultimately is beyond the material desires, and it is pure, and it will clean your heart. So that's why if you do bhakti, whatever material desires you are having, that also will go. Now we should narrate the full story, not the only some part of that. Then it will be offensive. Then offensive means we are not showing the full glory of the bhakti. Yeah, Mahasya.
Prabhuji, this point is understood very well, that if somebody is doing bhakti just for the material desire, then it is offensive. That is very much clear. Yes. But in general, devotees like in ISKCON, so they are not doing bhakti just for the material desire. They wanted to please Lord. They wanted to accept Sri Krishna as Supreme Personality of Godhead, and then they do bhakti. So can we say that then it is not offensive? Only thing is they are not doing the highest bhakti, which is like Uttama bhakti they are not doing. But it is not offensive, no? Correct, no?
In the case of some devotees, they have desire of doing the pure devotion, but they are not able to do that. You are saying sometimes.
Yes.
Yeah, that means parityagi anishwaraha. Sometimes they are having the material desires, but still they have the full idea, full understanding. So they are they are sometimes becoming the victim of the desires. Then they are accepted actually. They should do the Drudha Bhakti, that's all, to become stable.
Yes.
Yes, Prabhu. Yeah.
So finally, I want to know how we preached, to rich men and also some student who are neophyte.
Yes.
Because traditionally we follow Srila Prabhupada's preaching format, and also our seniors, they try to understand first they preach just you joined and you chant, this is enough. So now you told this is harmful for future missionary, because they are neglecting the Bhakti Maharani. So how we preached them, person who are rich, person who are student, like.
Yeah. So Prabhuji's question is, so in the case of rich people, in the case of students, so what is the strategy? So you can follow the strategy of Prahlad Maharaj. Prahlad Maharaj, if you see the 7th canto, how he is preaching to his friends who are children of demons. He is preaching pure bhakti only. No doubt in that. So why we have to worry about this? Why we are so much excited by de-emphasizing the bhakti and making the followers? What we need? We want to spread the glories of the bhakti, or we want to make the followers? So on the strength of reducing the glory of the bhakti, so you want to preach? What do you want to preach? What is the intention actually, your intention? And why? But because bhakti is natural actually. It is every jivatma is having the competency of doing the bhakti, and that is a natural position also. They should come to that position ultimately. So that is expected. So then every jivatma should should be come to the stage of the pure devotional service and also having the capacity. So now we are boldly we can preach the pure devotional service. There is no need to worry about the we should reduce the glory of the bhakti. They may not understand and they cannot understand. So we should boldly preach boldly, and so if they are having anarthas, they are not able to understand the glories. So that anarthas, such a stumbling blocks will be go away by your mercy. If you put mercy on them, then immediately those will be go and they will immediately understand. Okay.
But Prabhu, in Vyasdeva Samadhi, Vyasdev told, Anartha upasamam sakshad, bhakti jago madaksaje. So this anartha will remove gradually, na?
Yes.
Because previous, for my case, previous, I had so many material desires, so many, I performed so many sinful activities. But when devotee give a chance for chanting holy name and also worshipping Lord, so now I find gradually it will not fully remove, but maximum removed. That's why I can vow that I will survive my life in Brahmachari life. And also some food I neglected, some material song I neglected. So this is the result, no?
So see, your point, your process and this you are mixing actually, Prabhu. The main point is, you see, we have in a Shastra one example, one great personality who hided the glories of the bhakti. He was expecting that I will preach bhakti through the other means, and that mistake he did, and after that he got scolding. Who is that person? Tell me from the Shastra. He got heavy sauce, heavy chastisement. That person is that person, he hided the glories of the bhakti, and he tried to, he was also thinking same like you. Maybe so directly if I preach bhakti, who will become devotees? So I will show the glory of the bhakti. So as a helper of this dharma, that dharma, and so that ultimately I can also preach nicely. Many number of people I can make devotees. Then after that he got the heavy sauce. Who is that person? Vasudev. What Narada said, you all remember na this? Jugupsitam dharma krutenu shasatah swabhava raktasya mahan vetikramaha. So yad vakyatah dharma itarah stito namanyate tasya nivaranam janaha. What you cheated actually. It's a heinous activity you did. Jugupsitam. So he said that means Tyaktva swadharmam charanam bhujam harer bhajan napakot patet tato yadi yatrakva avud abhadramushya kimvo ko varda apto abhajatam swadharmataha. Hey, Vasudev, what you are doing? This already people are attached to this material results. And you are preaching, that means you are thinking that bhakti I can preach through this karma. You are encouraging they to follow the dharma, and there he is adding the bhakti as a supporter of that dharma. So this is what you did. This is just there also he in the Mahabharata, you don't think that the bhakti didn't mention at all. He mentioned many places bhakti. But what he showed the fruitive results as prominent, and he made bhakti as subordinate. And some places also he mentioned directly glory of the bhakti also. Still, he got chastisement. And he also promised, I am doing this Mahabharata for the people worship the Narayana. And after that, he made his own ideas. And he without akaita dharma projita kaita uttara dharma Parama dharma projita kaitavotra paramo nirmassaranam sata. So akaitava dharma, projita kaitava dharma. So where there is a cheating religion is removed. So that is a pure bhakti. That is the promise done by the Vasudev while writing the Bhagavatam. This time I will not do that. And if you do that, then you are not following the Srimad Bhagavatam. You are also doing the same mistake. So that's why you should preach the pure devotional service. In this Kali Yuga, everyone should preach pure devotional service. So even if one person become devotee, so by seeing him, 1,000 people will become. One person become pure devotee, so people will become by seeing that.
Please, sorry, please forgive me also, because I got a doubt today. Today you, some minute before you told Prabhupada also preaching indirectly way.
No, what I said.
Oh, I don't understand. So please clarify.
I didn't say Prabhupada preach indirectly. Prabhupada preached directly. We are preaching indirectly, but Prabhupada preached directly only. He anytime, anywhere, even in the hippies, he went there and he didn't say that you do bhakti for your betterment of life. No, he didn't say. He said that, so you do bhakti, that is your natural duty. And you'll become happy by doing bhakti only. By drinking, by this, that, you will never become happy. So you have to do. So then he introduced this chanting Hare Krishna mantra, and in the park, Tompkinson Park, and people are dancing for that. They became happy with the bhakti joy. That's why they joined, not for any material reasons. Prabhupada directly he preached, you are not the body, you are the soul, and you are the servant of the Krishnera Nitya Das. He was saying from the day one. It's not that after 10 years I'll introduce this. No, from the day one he was preaching. But our people nowadays, they started thinking of, we can make many followers. As they also made many followers by Mahabharata. Even now that effect is still it is there. And if you see in the whole world, followers of Mahabharata are more than the followers of Srimad Bhagavatam.
How to understand Lord is, it is said, Parocchavad Priya. This like the indirect preaching, Lord's like. A second thing, let me complete my this point. Because just like mother, loving mother wants to give child something medicine, and she has a bit bitter medicine, but she gives in laddu and says, "Oh, I'm giving it sweet." So that preacher who is not like that, I'm not going to give pure devotional service, but who's other pole, other side of the river, and I'm at this side of river of pure devotional service, and that person is not coming to pure devotional service. How to make the bridge to bring them here? Our motive is not to, but directly he is not going to digest pure devotional service because so much pure. What is it? So we are going that, but motive is to give pure is there, just like mother is giving medicine. And Prabhupada also says college preaching other things, no? And since bridge preaching is there, so how to reconcile these things?
So your point is someone is that means you, first of all, I want to understand your example. You are saying that but bitter thing is there, medicine that you are keeping in the laddu and you are giving. So that means what? Bhakti is bitter, and now you are keeping in the laddu of that means karma, results of the fruitive results as karma, that is sweet. And in that sweet, you want to keep the bitter bhakti in the sweet karma, fruitive results. No, I want to understand your example actually. So how you are fitting that example, please let me know. So you are saying that bitter thing, medicine is bitter, and that will be given in the sweet. So that means in the sense you are comparing here. So fruity results are the sweet and bhakti is bitter. That is the point, na? So you are giving bhakti through this. So, but this example, how it is true actually? How can we say bhakti is bitter?
The sense that who is person who he doesn't know pure devotional service and is not going to accept because somehow some due to some conditioning for him, just like na, is not, he cannot take only due to conditioning. Although he has to take, just like Nam is like sweet, but as a jointest person is bitter. So by nature, name is the only name is sweet, but it is bitter for him appearing. So just I gave example this thing.
Yes, Prabhu.
To person who is going to give.
Yeah, I understood, Prabhu. I understood. So you understand the science of the bhakti. What we read till now. If anyone do bhakti with offenses, it's not going to give any result. For example, so now you are saying what kind of devotee we are making, you tell me. So like the example, someone is taking the holy name and thinking that holy name is meant for the giving the fruity result. With that mode, even if we take the holy name, so he is committing offenses only, na? Why one is not able to accept the bhakti directly, which is natural to the every jivatma, but he is not accepting because offenses. And now you are giving the bhakti with offenses. Ultimately, you are giving medicine or the poison. You are understanding? So see, actually it's illusion. Actually, we are thinking that we are giving the Bhakti Maharani with the positive and medicine, but you explain me in the scientific way of this with devotional science. Where is that? Now we'll understand the basic fundamental science behind this bhakti. So see, some person is there, he is not accepting bhakti directly. He come in association with the devotee and he is not accepting the bhakti. So then what is the reason for this? Tell me. But where bhakti is natural to every jivatma is meant for that only, but still he is not accepting. Then what is the reason? Only the reason is offenses. Okay. This everyone accept this point. He committed previously some offenses. That's why Bhakti Maharani is not going to, that seed is not going to. So that means you get this sprouted and becoming the tree, big plant. So what Shastra is saying, if someone is not having any offenses, so you'll be studying in the next chapter actually. This person will become devotee. So just by the association. Just by association, when he come in contact with the devotees, that itself will make this person immediately into devotee. Okay. The case number one, we have two cases. Second case, if some person is there, so this is another person, this is X person and this is Y person, and he is devotee and he is devotee. And if he is come in contact with the Y person who is having the offenses also, so then in that case, this Y person will not become devotee just by association, but he needs mercy of this devotee. Mercy of the devotee he needs. Like example you want, example is Nalakuver and Manikri and Narada. So Nalakuver and Manikri committed offenses, and Narada, so by Narada's association they didn't immediately become devotees, but he gave curse. So in the form, he gave mercy in the form of curse. Okay, then he became devotees. So now tell me, how philosophically you should support. We should try to analyze. So now you are, what we are doing? Now we are there, devotee is there, and this some person is there. And for this person, if you say, you do bhakti for gaining the fruitive results. Do bhakti for gaining fruity results. No. Just let us analyze this. It's not personally, don't take Prabhu. This kind of discussion should not be taken into the personal level. Yeah. It should be just a matter of discussion. Okay. We should philosophically understand. Then it will be going ego level fighting. That should not be good actually. Just we should understand the science and try to cooperate and go. Yeah. Just I'm trying to understand what is the philosophically how it is supported actually. So if some X person is there and he is already now he's not accepting, so that means he's having definitely clearly it is that just by association is not become devotee means clearly indication is he's having offenses. Now you are saying him to do bhakti, so to get the fruity results because he's interested in fruity results, and for that you are saying this is also one offense. Making Bhakti Maharani as a servant for gaining the any fruity results is offense. So if you add, that means this kind of preaching if you do for him, if with that concept, even if he chants, can he, that means what is happening? He is every day adding the offenses. He's adding the offenses. And his chanting will not be leading to, it should go and destroy this. Then only he can become these offenses will be reduced, then only he can understand bhakti. So that's why you see Sukadeva Goswami, he is Sukadeva Goswami, not we, this is Sukadeva Goswami, and he is also saying to one materialistic person to do bhakti. What kind of bhakti is asking? Tivrena bhakti yogena yajeta purusham param. Even if you are materialism, you should do the tivra bhakti. What is the meaning of tivra bhakti? You should. He is asking, do bhakti. You service to the Lord is only the is ultimate. That kind of tivra bhakti is expected. Then what will happen? This tivra bhakti will destroy these material desires, and ultimately he will make him to become akama. Then this sarvakama will become akama. That is a recommendation. Even Sukadeva Goswami also having this kind of alert actually. So that's why he said tivra bhakti only should be done. You should do very, that means even if you want material results, you should do very focused and strict devotion. So that's why, but he didn't say you de-emphasize bhakti and this kind of thing. If you do, practically what will happen? In devotional philosophy, if you apply bhakti philosophy, his offenses keep on increasing actually. Keep on increasing and he will be, so definitely in that case, how Bhakti Maharani can be pleased? So he may please, she can give the result, only the result of that fruitive activity. Whatever the fruit he wants, she will give, but she will not destroy any offenses. That is the thing. In the Karmis case also, what is happening in the case of Karmis? They are seeing Bhakti Maharani as a servant of the karma. In that case, Bhakti Maharani is giving what? Only she is giving the karmic results, and she is not destroying any offenses. So then what will happen? This person will not become any time actually will devotee. No, that's not so. You cannot expect him to become a devotee because you are making him to commit offenses. But practically you should see how it is going to work. Philosophically, is it really supported? That's the point actually. The danger is there. Yeah, Rukmini Mohan bro.
I just want to
Yes,
in this case, the offenses are there. That's why he didn't become devotee when it comes in contact with the devotee, right?
Yes.
And in that case, if the devotee is helping him out, somehow or other he understands someone, then only he will try to beg forgiveness for the offenses.
Yes.
So in case, I'm just thinking that if the devotee is there who is preaching to like these kind of people, and some or other 50% or 50% is too much, 15% or 20% become really concerned about their offenses and they beg forgiveness. then like 85% they are 80 to 85% they are going in the wrong direction because of the influence of that devotee, and 20%, 15-20% are coming in. So how should we see that it is a it is still a bigger loss or better? How to see that?
You are saying 15 and number I forgot it.
15-20% are coming to the to really beg forgiveness and really become serious in bhakti later on.
Whomever we do. That means
the devotee started with bridge preaching.
Okay.
The preaching and with fruitive desires, like accommodating their fruitive desires, and 15-20% they become really serious about bhakti, and they started practicing pure devotion service, and 80 to 85% they took up the wrong thing, and they went ahead with the wrong thing. So how we see that devotee, that is it good or is it bad? How to see that?
Yeah, Prabhu. So now you are saying if someone out of 100, 15 are coming to the right direction and 85 are going to so wrong direction. That means they are not coming to the right direction. They are still in that wrong direction only. So
they become well-wisher, but they don't take up pure devotion service. They took up the wrong mood.
Yeah. So that means they are not getting the right mood. Actually, they are still in that only. That. So there actually you see, then we have to. But how can you say it's bridge preaching? That means indirect preaching. Indirect preaching only is what the bridge preaching also should clearly define. What I am defining, that means promoting bhakti for only material results. So this is the thing. If you do, this offense is happening. So you should really show me what is the meaning of bridge preaching actually. Yeah, that has to be very clearly shown, and how it is. That means initially maybe a small offense it is started, but after that you will be giving your mercy by your special attention of your association, and immediately you are bringing that him to the, you are taking the vow of, so till he will not come to the right, I will not leave him, and such a precautions are taken care. So what is that bridge preaching actually? What is the inside of what components are there, and how those are all philosophically are correctly, that means justified and ultimately leading to the bhakti. So that should be clarified. Otherwise, I cannot imagine actually the bridge preaching word actually. So that has to be clearly defined and show me the philosophically this is not going to do any harm and it is going to give benefit only. So you consider this point of offenses and consider all these offenses, 10 offenses and also other offenses, and how those are taken care, and how you are encouraging him to do the strong bhakti, and also you are doing bridge preaching, and the strong bhakti is ultimately nullifying the whatever initial offenses are happening, and finally he is coming to the stage of the pure devotional service, and that you have to show. Then we can analyze. Otherwise just by words we cannot go actually. That is very dangerous also.
Yes, please.
So that's why our subject Bhagavatam and Bhakti Sandrabha will teach us the philosophy actually. Now in the application part you should take the measures of those and you should cautious about these things. Yeah.
Thank you.
Hare
Krishna. So one question I have here is like one place like Srila Prabhupada mentioned that the success of this life is that that we become happy here, and then after that we go back home, back to Godhead happily. Then it will be like we can say success of human life. It's not that like because people don't want to suffer here. Like yes, people who are suffering here, if you go and tell them like do Krishna consciousness, they say no. Like what about my suffering? So so when we say like okay, like when you do bhakti, yes. You will get double benefit. So is that also an offense? Like when you say like okay, while doing bhakti you will get both the things.
Yeah, that is not really a serious offense, because bhakti really gives the bliss in all the states actually. So it is giving, even in the middle world also you'll become happy. So by doing the bhakti, and by doing the bhakti spiritual world also, after leaving this place also you'll be happy, and while here also you will be happy. So Bhakti Maharani will be, so Yoga Kshemam Vahamyaham. So Lord is Supreme Personality of Godhead and Bhakti. So he is everything for us, and it can do whatever lacking in us. Yoga Kshemam Vahamyaham. So then that we are not de-emphasizing. We are full glory we are showing, and we are saying she can do everything for you. Then that is not a offense actually. That's not offense. Yeah. Just let me another 5 minutes, 8:15 I will leave. So that's why ataha sakama bhaktasyapi bhaktehe natana matratvam swardha sadhana matra tatparyena bhaktyanukarana matratvat. So that is the thing. Yatha pareshamapi natanam kvachit tad anukaranam tu anukaranam tatha eva iti. So like that means example is given. Why it is said as Natana Matratvam? So Sri Jiva Goswami is supporting that point. So drama, that means someone play drama, they are not that actually. Paresha means they are not that role. That means now someone is playing the role of that's Hiranyakashipu Vada. So someone is playing the role of the Hiranyakashipu. So he is not Hiranyakashipu. Even he is different from that. Paresham, even he is different from that. So Natanam Kochittada Anukaranam. That means they are just imitating like Hiranyakashipu. So then this is known as Natana. This is known as drama. Similarly, they don't have any love for the Krishna, and just they are showing that love for getting the material benefit. So then it is Natana. It is known as Natana. That's why Vidambanam means why Srila Jiva Goswami is commenting as Vidambanam as a Natana. He is giving this point actually. In the drama, people even they don't have that, they are not that actually, but only for time being they are so imitating that. So similarly here, so that is known as Natana. So these people are also who are desiring material benefits from the devotion. That is also known as, that devotion is known as Natana drama. Okay, we'll see the remaining thing tomorrow. Okay. Monday. Okay. I will take till actually our Bhakti Vaibhava students on site. They are so having the presentations for the next week. 5 days they were. So, but they are requesting to have off. But still, I am not able to consider their request. So, because out of 5 days, 2 days, 13, 14, I can take class, and 15, 16, 17, I will be giving the off. So half of 13, 14. 13, 14 will be the classes, and 15, 16, 17 will be no class. And we'll be having we'll be resuming our classes in after January 30th. We have a long gap actually, because these are the semester holidays for on-site batch. So same thing will be, because we have merged classes. On-site and online is merged. So yeah, 1.5 month is break for the maybe online students, they are getting shocked. Ramchandra bro, yes.
So Prabhu, when is the exam for Bhakti Sandrabha first?
Yeah, I in between, Prabhu. In between, so this vacation, in vacation, I will take the exam one day through online. Yes. So
can you give the
question bank ready, Prabhu? Just I need to send only. Just everything is ready. Question bank I will send today also.
Can you
vacation?
I have a request.
Yeah. Yes,
I have a request. Because the long back that we did, is it possible? Can you do 1 or 2 review session on the previous anucchedas if you have questions?
Yeah, sometimes we can have, because one problem is I have classes on 7 to 9 every day. Bhakti Shastri classes. Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu I am teaching. So I have classes from January 15th to December 15th to January 11th. And after that, I have classes for another English batch. That will be 7 to 9. That is also 7 to 9. Bhagavad Gita chapter 7, 8, 9. I am going to teach that. So there, so that's why I am also busy in that evening schedule.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yes. Yes, Mataji. Archana Bhakti Mataji.
Prabhuji, since we will not have classes for 1 month, can we attend your Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu class?
Yes, Mataji. Yeah. Anyone wants, it's free of session for the Bhakti Sandrabha students. It will be free. I will share the link. They can.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Fuji. Fuji, what about the previous things we have missed in like Bhakti Sandarbha Module 1? I'm going through along with the current scenario. So can I also give the exam for that one?
Yes, Prabhu. You can give and get the certificate. You should hear the lectures. So you
Yes, Fuji, I'm hearing.
you can, yeah, you can, so on behalf of me, so you can tell, so she will provide the lectures and you can hear. If you want to give exam, then if you give, I can, yeah, I can consider that.
And Fuji, like Tattva Sandarbha was so many times mentioned over here.
Yeah.
So is there any way I can get the lectures of that course?
Tattva Sandarbha, you are saying? Yeah. Tattva Sandarbha, I am going to start Tattva Sandarbha in July.
Okay.
In July, in month of, yeah.
So
you can attend it, but Tattva Sandarbha quite difficult, Prabhu. It will be, I can say that it will be very technical. Online, if you attend, then that means lifetime, it will be good actually. You can easily understand. Otherwise, it will be challenging actually.
yes, Fuji, I read it many times, but still I want to go deeper into that.
Yes, yes.
So that would be great, Fuji. And Fuji, have you done classes on other three sandarbhas before
Yes.
Bhakti Sandarbha?
Yeah. Other three Sandarbha, Bhagavad Sandarbha is over, and Krishna Sandarbha is half over, and yeah, so Tattva Sandarbha is completed. Bhakti Sandarbha also I completed last time. It's second time I am completing this.
And is there any facility for online to go through that?
Those, yeah, Prabhu. So, but no other Sandarbhas now parallelly only one Sandarbha is going on. So whenever I have for the but Krishna Sandarbha, I am not teaching now. Only I taught few days back. I stopped that. 1 week back I stopped. Now we have only Bhakti Sandarbha classes is going on.
And the presentations you were talking about, the offline students, like is it on the Bhakti Sandarbha topics?
No, bro. This is on the Bhakti Vaibhava. Actually, they have Bhakti Vaibhava. Yeah. Okay, bro.
Thank you.
Still, ki jai.